A couple of the gentlemen talked about how they felt like they were just treated like a number. They were treated like the problem. Why are you trying to come back and get this care? Come back 5 months from now and be grateful for it. These guys are grateful. They're not victims. They just want the VA to work.
That was Pete Hegseth exactly 1 year ago on this program, right after the VA scandal first broke, exposing long wait times, inadequate care for our veterans. But has anything really improved since then, or are we still failing our heroes?
Well, joining us now with more is CEO of Concerned Veterans for America and Fox News contributor Pete Hegseth. Good morning, and thanks for joining us, Pete.
Thanks for having me.
We saw House Speaker John Boehner just tear into the leadership of the VA this week and say little has been done since Eric Shinseki resigned. Do you agree? Do you think it's a scale of 1 to 10? How would you rate it?
Well, unfortunately, I'd have to rate it a 0 to a 0.5. There's been tiny bits of progress here and there, but I've felt like a broken record over the last year, saying many of the same things. This is still a dysfunctional, broken culture. You can't steer a ship of 340,000 employees and $160 billion. That bureaucracy doesn't move quickly. And unfortunately, 0 people, now some say 1, but by our count, 0 people have been held accountable or fired for the scandal that occurred a year ago. Wait times are no better today than they were a year ago. Veterans have a choice card, but they're not allowed to use it unless they call a gatekeeper at the VA. So there is no real accountability. There is no culture change. Without that culture change, you're not going to see an environment of customer service that veterans deserve.
Pete, can you tell us why Secretary McDonald came in? Not only is he a veteran, but he has a business background. And President Obama said, look, this is someone who's going to take a fresh look and try to shake up this government bureaucracy. Has the bureaucracy just simply won?
Yeah, I think so. We had a lot of hope that Secretary McDonald would be that kind of turnaround guy to tell hard truths. Unfortunately, since then, he's become a bit more of a VA apologist than we would want, defending the bureaucracy more than sort of ripping the scab off and saying, hey, here are all the problems. Here's how we're going to aggressively fix them and change the legacy of this department. So, we're hopeful that in some ways, some of the reforms he's trying may eventually bring about better customer service. But we haven't changed the incentive structure. We haven't changed VA competing for veterans as customers. And as a result, the culture just isn't going to change until you do that.
No, that rating you gave me earlier of a 0.5 as far as the improvements go. What is the money going to? We just mentioned $16 billion in new spending granted. What's it going to?
Well, 10 billion of it was supposed to go to a choice card program where veterans would be given choice in the private sector if they can't be seen in a timely way. Unfortunately, the VA continues to try to strip that out and spend it on other things, sort of snuffing out the choice program because bureaucrats want veterans inside the system because that justifies the dollars. It justifies more growth. A lot of that money is going to hospitals that are billions over budget and taking way too long, like Aurora in Colorado. But oftentimes we see that money going to middle management. We see it going to the middle of the budget as opposed to doctors and hospitals where it needs to go so that veterans are served more quickly.
Well, Pete Hegseth, thanks for joining us from Pittsburgh. As much as we love having you on the program, I hope next Memorial Day we're not having the same conversation. There's actually some reform.
Amen.
Good to see you.